Hello, trying the full version now. I did play the demo of The Darkest Files, and I thought it was so interesting. Oh, seizure warning, this game may contain flashing lights, images, things like that. So if that bothers you at all, or is too much for you, you may not be able to watch this game. I also want to give a trigger warning that this does deal with life in Germany after World War II and after the Holocaust and all that. So it's going to have some pretty graphic details. You may see certain imagery or words regarding to Nazis, murders, deaths, crimes committed, atrocities. So if you can't handle that subject matter, this might not be the right video for you. But I want to see what the full version of The Darkest Files is, because the demo was very intriguing and left at a cliffhanger. So I don't know if it's going to remember that I've played the demo. Oh no, it's going to ask for a new save. So there's 3 parts, I guess. We definitely played part 1, and well, I don't know actually. Now in the demo there was only 2 versions. There was story mode and investigator mode, but in this version, the full game, there's 3 versions. There's a prosecutor mode, an investigator mode, and a story mode. For this playthrough, I'm going to do story mode. So the events of the game are based on true crimes committed in Nazi Germany era and was investigated by a young Federal Republic of Germany. With the exception of Fritz Brauer, the names of all those people involved have been changed. Any similarities to existing persons of the same name are purely coincidental.
Frankfurt, West Germany, 1956. 11 years after the end of World War II, many crimes of the Nazi era still go unpunished. The perpetrators of these crimes are walking free. Many judges, prosecutors, and police officers have already served under the Nazis. Now they have no interest in prosecuting their former comrades for actions similar to their own. For the victims of these crimes, this is unbearable. To end this, Attorney General Fritz Bauer establishes a special unit of young prosecutors with no ties to the old regime. I am Esther Katz. I am one of these prosecutors. We are investigating Nazi crimes and bringing perpetrators to justice. Not to avenge, not to heal, but to show that there are laws that apply to all. It doesn't make us popular. Most want to forget. Some want us to shut up. But they cannot stop us. Nothing belongs to the past. Everything is still present and can become the future again.
So we play as one of the lead prosecutors in a new firm that's dealing with this Nazi era crime. So this is part 1. I don't know how similar this is going to be to the demo. I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same or a little different, but we're going to play it through together.
First day, you've got this, Katz.
So the office looks pretty much the same. I'm going to skip the tutorial.
Hello? Anybody here? Not much of a welcome party. Really small for an intercom. Must be a new model.
In the demo, I think Paula, the receptionist and legal assistant, was here. In this version, she's not here.
Maybe everybody's in a meeting? The door is locked.
So now we have to figure out where people are. Yeah, it's the same newspaper from the first time. From the demo. And I'll definitely include a link to the demo in the description.
No, I'm good.
In case you didn't watch that playthrough a few weeks ago. Well, let's just go to my office and we'll see. There's Paula.
Now, where have I...
Good morning.
Oh, hello. Good morning. Sorry I didn't hear you enter. You must be Miss Katz, right?
That's me.
Esther Katz, yes, that would be me. And you are?
Paula Fischer. Hello. I'm a legal assistant here for Mr. Bauer's team. Well, the legal assistant. We're a bit understaffed at the moment.
It's nice to meet you, Paula.
Oh, it's my pleasure, believe me. I've brought you this week's newspaper and a letter that arrived for you. Anyway, I should probably be going. I'll be at my desk if you need anything. You'll find me. Or through the intercom. We just had the whole system installed. It made my life so much easier.
When can I expect to meet Dr. Bauer?
Mr. Bauer wants to talk with you once you've acclimatized. His words, not mine. He should be arriving soon for that matter, so should the rest of the team.
I see. Very well then. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you on our team, Miss Katz.
All right then. First encounter, check. Time for me to settle in.
It's the 50s. Of course, they have smoking. We have a bulletin board that's empty. We have a view of like a cafe outside of our window. We have a chair that we can sit in. We didn't have this the first time around, so when we came the first time around, she said someone had called for us. Just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything in the room. Let's go ahead and get comfortable.
Look at that. Written evidence of all those sleepless nights. And the ton of coffee. But here I am. I finally made it. Pretty sure it was all worth it.
Okay. It says, "My dear daughter, my heartfelt congratulations on your promotion. Being a state attorney at the age of 28, that is no small feat. You've achieved this on your own through diligence and brilliance of mind. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Though it is a great honor to work for the Attorney General directly, Dr. Bauer is not always easy to work with, I hear. But people are saying a lot of good things about him too, so please don't let me spook you. I wish you all the best for your new position. No father has ever been prouder of his daughter. With love, your father. P.S. Your mother asked if you're coming home at the weekend. She thinks she's still getting used to the fact that her daughter is working a job, not tending a family." Okay. Well, this is much nicer than what we had before. Now they have recruitment efforts. With next year's election looming over the horizon, the CDU leadership is reportedly aiming to significantly bolster its numbers in the remaining months. Party chairman and current chancellor Konrad Adenauer has reached out to his fellow Christian Democrats in personal letters, instructing them to dramatically increase their recruitment efforts. According to their sources, Mr. Adenauer hopes to at least double the party's membership, expecting every registered member to recruit at least one new candidate. Okay.
No signal.
Oh,
The line must be dead. Maybe I should
yeah,
talk to
I
Paula
definitely
about it.
should. Can I ring her?
Miss Katz, how can I help
My
you?
phone is dead?
I tried to use the phone before, but it looks like the line is dead.
Oh, I'm afraid your phone hasn't been connected just yet. It should be done by next week. Sorry for the inconvenience. The intercom works though, so you can always talk to me. Do you need something else?
That will be all for now. Thank you, Paula.
Always happy to help.
Okay, so not sure what we should be doing. Oh, I need to settle in.
The last holiday we spent together as a family. I'm so glad Dad made us do it. Franz was such a show-off that summer. Always trying to impress the girls. I wish you were here, big brother.
Oh.
I'm not letting you down. I swear.
I'm not sure who that is.
A new job deserves a fresh journal, ready to be filled with notes and tasks.
Okay. I think we're settled in. There we go.
Hello?
Mr. Bauer is ready for you. He says at your own time. With him, that means as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'd better get going then.
Good luck.
Okay, let's go see our boss. Well, the game's starting a little different than I expected. Definitely different than the demo.
Miss Katz, welcome to the front line.
Good.
Good morning, Dr. Bauer.
Just missed. We're working together. My name, as you already know, is Fritz Bauer, General Prosecutor. Much to the displeasure of the public, I insist on investigating the many crimes committed under the NSDAP. Most of them, of course, have long since gone cold. And nobody out there truly wishes for us, for you, to solve them. Or frankly, to even touch them. A rather thankless job, may I say. Are you up for it?
Of course.
I am, and I'm well aware of this.
You see, I'm not entirely sure of that. But no matter. Miss Katz, I believe I have the perfect case for you to start with.
I'm listening.
Hans Naumann, an older gentleman, shot just before the end of the war.
What do we know about the case?
According to the victim's wife, her husband was taken by a uniformed man for no reason. He never came back. His body was found in a forest nearby after the war. Shot in the head.
Do we have any files? Any leads?
Yes, from the original investigation. Miss Naumann reported her husband's death to the police. A case was opened. The public prosecutor's office investigated members of the NSDAP local group. They're suspects. However, no charges were pressed. Based on the investigation, Hans Naumann was lawfully executed.
You don't think that's the case, do you?
I have my doubts. The first thing that I'll need you to establish is why Hans Naumann was taken. Depending on the answer, we'll see if the case warrants a full investigation. I asked Mrs. Fisher to prepare a file. It should probably already be on your desk. I suggest you familiarize yourself with it and invite the widow to give a statement. Mrs. Fisher should be able to help you with that. It might also be wise to check the archives. You never know what is hidden in these old boxes. Maybe something about this official order mentioned in the discontinuation report. Ask Mr. Bournemouth for the keys. I believe he has a spare set. Good luck, Miss Katz.
Okay. So we...
Get the keys, check the files.
Okay.
and
So
evaluate
he's
the
right
case.
here.
And I need a... Paula did say to ask her if I needed anything.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
Ludmilla Naumann, the victim's widow. I want to hear her version of what happened.
Of course. I'm on top of it. Anything else?
I need some documents.
I need some additional files.
Something specific?
I need more details regarding NS organizations. Chains of commands, ranks, and badges. Anything you can get your hands on.
Of course, I'll get right to it. Anything else?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
I don't know how to get a hold of him. Oh, here he is.
Oh, hello. Oh, please forgive the mess. I'm afraid I didn't have the time to clean up. Miss Katz, right?
Yes.
Esther Katz, nice to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine. Christoph Olmuth. Christoph, preferably. I try to be on first name basis.
Is that usual here?
Not from what I can tell.
Let's stick to the usual then, shall we?
We are a small team. I'd love to tell you that we are small and tight-knit, but, well, happy to have more people join the fight. Especially someone like you.
And what do you mean by that?
Well, you're a woman.
Okay.
Right. Sorry. What I meant to say is, you're a woman and a prosecutor. That didn't sound better.
Maybe just a little bit.
Right. Well, high time. That's it, in short. Right. Again, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Mr. Bauer said you have the keys to the archive?
I do. We all. Oh, the spare. I tend to keep 2 sets, as I'm somewhat prone to displacing them. Just let me find it. And there it is. The master key. Be aware of its gifts.
The master key?
It's from a story I used to read. You know, don't mind me. Good luck in the archives.
Thank you. That was weird. Now, What was I looking for in the archives?
Ooh, the smell. Brings me back to all the nights at the library.
To find the archive case file you're looking for, you need to connect a name to an archive number. Okay, so this is J7JN 1956-284. So I'm assuming that's who we're talking about. Oh, it's in alphabetical order. Okay, so how do I find the file? Okay, so 7 is this one.
Found them. These seem relevant to our case.
Okay, so what we gathered is official order. Germans, national comrades, in this most difficult time for our nation, more than ever, the responsibility of Germany's fate rests on all of our shoulders. The Germans are called upon to fight against traitors in our own country. The resistance is to be disarmed. The uprisings have to be quelled. Anyone who propagates or approves of any measures that would weaken our resistance against the enemy is a traitor and must be shot. Any attempt at insubordination must be met with immediate removal from all public positions and expulsion from the party. The name of Germany will not be tarnished. I trust in your confidence, your absolute allegiance, and discipline. Now this other file says, citizens, the war is over. The oppressors have lost. Do not defend the city against the Allies. Avoid unnecessary bloodshed. Tear down the Reich flags from the roofs. Raise the white flags. Welcome our liberators. Freedom is near. Death to Nazi criminals. Join the campaign to liberate Bavaria. So we have two different kind of documents. So we did get something from that. I don't think we're going to be able to get anything else right now. Okay, I'm going to go upstairs and look at the... Oh.
Paula, how often do I need to tell you that my plaque belongs on my door and not on the floor?
That voice. Oh no.
And how often do I need to remind you that I am not your handyman?
Just fix my door, Paula.
Ugh, no. No. There's no way it's Peter's. Just no. I need to check it. Please let it not be him.
No, it's him.
Oh, of all the people, how is he here?
Clearly we have beef.
This better be about my door, Paula. Tell me this is a joke.
My thoughts exactly.
Falda, what are you doing here, Katz?
Funny. I was just about to ask you the same thing.
I work here, Katz. I'm Mr. Bauer's right-hand man. And I'm so sorry, but we don't really do marriage disputes for bored housewives here, you know?
Right-hand man? So what? You're his assistant? I thought you wanted to be a well-paid defense attorney. Didn't get the job on account of your wonderful personality, I assume.
Just my luck. So you're the new hire, Katz.
In the flesh.
You won't last a week.
Oh, so you did find your confidence in the end. Or is it still going to be like that time you scored 4th in class and threw a fit?
Classy, as always. You know what? I don't have time for this. Get out of my office, Katz. Try not to embarrass yourself.
I don't like him. And the beef is still very much real. Okay, let's look at the case facts, because now I think we have a few things. Well, I didn't really label it. I guess I should have read. You can highlight and you can bookmark. Okay. Okay, so this is definitely important. So this is the police investigators with the official case number. I guess I should go back downstairs and look for that. 4HN 1945 284. I don't know if that number is going to be important. Dear Mr. Bastian, the investigation into the death of Hans Naumann from Munich has revealed he fell victim to a violent crime. For details, please see the attached report. We're able to identify 4 potential suspects. The police investigation is hereby considered closed, and we turn it over to the prosecutor's office. If you have any questions during the examination for indictment, please not hesitate to call. So the police report from May 10th of 1945 said the dead body was reported to police near a wooded area near Munich. The deceased was identified as 77-year-old Hans Neumann. The autopsy revealed that he was killed by a 6.55 millimeter Browning caliber shotgun to the forehead at close range. No other injuries were found. The victim's widow filed a criminal complaint against unknown persons on August 8th, 1945. She had observed 2 men pick up her husband on April 28th, 1945. He'd been considered missing ever since. The 4 suspects identified in connection with the victim's disappearance were interrogated. All suspects testified the victim was guilty of treason and was therefore lawfully executed. The evaluation of whether a crime has been committed is the responsibility of the authorized prosecutor's office. Okay, so we have another report from April 28th, 1945 from Herbert Schwartz, district leader in Munich. On record, M. Mitzenmauer, block warden. Block warden Mitzenmauer saw a man climbing up the flagpole, attempting to tear down the Reich flag and replace it with a white flag. Mitzenmauer ordered the perpetrator to stop and attempted to apprehend him. The perpetrator attacked him and fled the scene. The block warden was injured in result. Mitzenmauer is certain he recognized the young resident of the block, Jan Naumann, as the perpetrator. Measures taken. Local group leader Faltman immediately set up a detachment to arrest and interrogate the suspect. That's going to be important. So the son is the perpetrator. Here's a picture where we can see he tore down the flag, supposedly. Okay, so in this one, we have a letter from the prosecutor's office. It says, Dear Mrs. Naumann, in the above-mentioned proceedings, we made the following decision. The proceedings shall be discontinued pursuant to 170 Section 2 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. The victim, Hans Naumann, was a communist insurgent who carried out highly treasonous actions in a wartime situation. The execution ordered by district leader was carried out according to the law in force at the time of the crime and the official orders of the regional leader for Gau, Munich, Upper Bavaria, Helmut Solbrig. So he ordered it. Okay. So the proceedings against A. Faltman, H. Kibitz, K. Snickert, and H. Swartz were discontinued on the basis of the law stated below. Excerpt from Article 103(2) of the Basic Law 1949. An act can only be punished only if it's punishable by law before the act was committed. Excerpt from Article 9(1)(b) of the Criminal Code of the German Reich up to September 1945. Anyone at home or as a German abroad who abets the hostile powers during a war against the Reich or causes a disadvantage to the military power of the Reich or its allies will be sentenced to death or life imprisonment. In view of these 2 laws, it is not possible to carry out further investigations into this case as the suspects acted accordingly to the contemporary laws in their execution of the victim, H. Naumann. I want to highlight this because they had an option. He could have either been sentenced to death or life imprisonment. They chose to shoot him because he didn't, according to their rule, he didn't have to be shot. We read that. Okay, so this is a version that we got from the witness, Herbert Schwartz, from November 7th of 1946. It says, please tell me what happened on the 28th of April, 1945. I remember that my esteemed colleague, Alfred Faltman, group leader of Local Group 1, tasked with catching the criminal, came to my office. He told me they caught the traitor and gave his report from the arrest so I could issue the official documents. I went together with Mr. Faltman out into the hallway. With crimes of this severity, I always give the same order, the order to execute. So Swartz made the decision to execute because they could have chosen life imprisonment. I then told my driver to come with me to my office. The others went to the prisoner to carry out my orders as requested. Your driver? For what? There was already unrest in the country because of the Americans who were flooding in like flies. I wanted to set up alternative routes with my driver to avoid the Americans and still make it look like my appointment, make it to my important appointment. Shortly thereafter, there was already a polite knock at the door, and group leader Foutman reported to me that the insurgent had been successfully executed.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
Oh, how do I call it a day? Once all your mandatory tasks are completed, you can go to the main door in the lobby downstairs to end the day and begin the new chapter. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. Oh, nope, I'm not. All right, we're going to call it. I hope the witness comes tomorrow. Bye, Paula. Oh, actually, I wanted to check one more thing. There was another case number that we found in a document. So we had a 4HN. That's HG. I thought we had a 4HN. Well, doesn't seem like we have that. Okay. I'm not losing my mind here. So we're going to end the day and then we'll see what happens. We go home. 6 o'clock. She works late. And back at it. So now it's the widow, September 17th, 1956. Let's check in with Paula. She can let me know if I miss.
Miss Katz, if
Of
you
course.
have a moment,
Yes, Paula?
I found some documents you asked for. They're waiting in your inbox. Oh, and there was a call for you. Asked for you to call back. I wrote down the number, left it with the files.
Thank you, Paula.
Okay, let's get started.
Time to get started. Time to get started.
I wrote down a number that you should call back when you have time. Mrs. Nauman should be arriving soon. Please update Mr. Bauer after the interrogation. Okay, so she did add some things that I asked for. So these are pictures of the different rank insignia for the members of the NSDAP. And then this says NSDAP Regional Administration. Following Hitler's appointment as Chancellor and NSDAP's victory in the 1933 elections, the party structure began to intertwine with and subsume that of the state apparatus. While state and regional government were not outright dissolved, their significance and authority were heavily diminished in favor of the GAO, Regional Association of the NSDAP. At the head of a GAO stood a Gauleiter, appointed directly by Hitler, responsible for coordinating all party-related activities in the region and ensuring NADAP's authority and influence. To facilitate those goals, the GAO authority often overlapped and overruled those of local officials. This authority extended to the party members that were part of its office or its subdivisions, districts, local groups, cells, and blocks. Okay, so this is the military, the army's insignia. With the German rearmament and the establishment of the Wehrmacht in 1935, as per the Restoration of Military Sovereignty Proclamation, the armed forces of the Republic, the Reichen, were renamed and reformed into the Heer, or German Army. It was secretly expanded in its preceding years, tripling in size from 7 infantry divisions to 21. As this breached the limitations imposed on Germany by the Treaty of Versailles, cover names were used for the new division. The Heer was further expanded following the announcement of Hitler's plans for rearmament with the introduction of universal conscription and the recalling of officers who served in World War I. They would swear fealty personally to the Führer. By September 1939, the size of the Heer reached a total of 75 divisions with 2.7 million military personnel. Over the course of the war, an estimated 13.6 million soldiers served in the army, both conscripts and volunteers. This is the insignia of the German police. The State Protection Police, SCHUPO, was the uniformed police in the majority of German cities and major towns. As a division of the Order Police, its members are easily recognizable for the green uniform and colloquially referred to with this color. officers of state police were divided into branches such as patrol, traffic, or barracked police. Depending on the department's location, they could also include water or aviation units. Until 1943, state departments could also include a criminal investigation division. Before the beginning of the war, potential police trainees were subject to a number of requirements. This included the candidate having completed their military service, having proven Aryan heritage, and being a member of the NSDAP. During the war, the barracked police branch of the Shupo formed the core of the police battalions, which were deployed in occupied territories. That's a lot of information. Okay, so amnesty for the communists. Federal Minister of the Interior Gerhard Schroeder remains opposed to the Bundestag's calls for political amnesty. Following the delegalization of the KPD in August, the number of criminal cases against his former members continued to rise, threatening to overtax the criminal justice system. With over 3,000 new charges being brought against these suspects of politically motivated crimes, each of them will soon require pre-trial detentions. Mr. Blokey's defenders, with Chancellor Adner at the head, do not hesitate to voice their support, drawing similarities between the attacks on him and the persecution of influential figures during the Weimar period, presenting his role in the Nuremberg racial laws as a voice of reason and an attempt at preventing worse things from happening. They describe the accusations as careless bad-mouthing, endangering the democratic life of our country. Wow, we learned a lot.
I still can't believe.
Girl, you gotta let that go. Okay, we need to call someone.
Who do I want to
Whoever
call?
called me.
Hello?
Father? I didn't expect you'd call me here.
Oh, Esther, my dear. So good to hear you. Did you settle in all right?
Yeah.
It hasn't been the warmest of welcomes, I'm afraid. And the cases, they're tough.
I see. Esther, there's something I want to discuss. Do you remember our little talk? It must have been last month.
Is this about that job at your friend's firm? Bergmann, was it?
Bergmann, Kranich and Partners, yes. Bergmann is one of my oldest friends. Family law, very respectable.
I'm afraid I'm not looking for another job right now.
Unfortunately, I know. It's why I have to do it. Esther, let me be very frank with you. I'm proud of you. I really am. A prosecutor at your age, with the view on women on our line of work being what it is, I'd have to be a fool not to. But your mother and I, we are worried. Do you have any idea what they say about power?
There are those who hate him. It means he's on the right track.
To be young and so naive again. He's hated because he's on a witch hunt. Listen to your father. Leave. Nothing good will come from this.
I'll think about it, Dad.
Please do. I just want what's best for you, Essie.
I know, Dad.
I'm proud of you. I know I already said that, but I really am. Like you can't imagine.
Paula?
Mrs. Naumann just arrived. I showed her to the conference room.
Thank you. I'll be right
Okay.
there.
Let me go talk to her.
You must be Mrs. Naumann. Thank you for coming. My name is Esther Katz. I am one of the prosecutors in Attorney General Bauer's team.
Good morning, Miss Katz. I am very grateful that you found the time. The last prosecutor who looked into my husband's death didn't even speak to me. He dismissed the case, claiming my husband was rightfully executed as a traitor.
Did your husband do anything for which he could be accused of treason?
Of course not. The men that took him weren't even looking for him.
I see. I know it's not easy, but please take me through the day your husband was taken.
Okay.
It was in April 45, only days before the Americans came.
Where were you that day?
Home. We lived in a small house. Hans was upstairs when the doorbell rang, before someone hammered against the door.
When you opened the door, who was it?
There were two men. One of them was pointing a gun at me.
Did you and your husband live alone?
No, there was also our son Jan. He insisted on staying with us to help around the house, at least until the end of the war. But he wasn't in. He went out in the morning before we woke up.
Do you remember what time of the day it was?
We just had lunch, so it must have been close to 1 p.m.
Do you remember what they looked like?
Both wore uniforms. Brown ones, if I'm not mistaken.
Did they belong to the Wehrmacht?
No. Not Wehrmacht, and not police either. Maybe some kind of party officials or something. One of them was small, thin. He wore glasses, I remember that. The second man was bigger. He was the one pointing the gun at me. He seemed to be in charge.
What made you think that?
He had 2 golden stripes on his uniform, and he was bossing the small one around. He yelled and waved his gun around to scare me.
So you can interrupt.
Let me stop you for a second. These stripes on his uniform.
Like that.
Could one of these be the badge you saw?
Let me see. Yes. That's the one here. The local group leader. That's the one.
That is very useful. Thank you. Please continue.
Oh wait, it said I have a case rating. Once your case has been completed, you receive an evaluation. The rating depends on 3 factors: how well you can support your theory with evidence in court, whether you interrupted the witness with the correct document, and how thorough you search for additional information during witness testimonies. Okay.
To speak to Mr. Naumann. The gun was still there, and I was just so afraid I couldn't even move. Hans came down and asked them what they wanted. They demanded to know if there was anyone with us. When we said no, the smaller guy looked in the other rooms. He found no one. It was only Hans and I. Then the big one told Hans that he had to come with them for questioning.
Did they say why they were questioning him?
No, they did not. They ignored Hans when he asked for their reason. Then everything happened so fast. The small one said they'd let him go if our son would turn himself in. Then they just herded him out, like an animal.
Did you see something outside?
It has been a while, I'm not exactly sure. There was a car, I think. Yes, one of those big, terrible trucks that they used.
I remember them. They were just everywhere.
Oh, we can't go upstairs.
This was the last time I saw him alive. Me and my son never got the chance to say goodbye.
What was that man's comment about your son?
Jan. He was living with us at that time, but he didn't show up that night or the following. He got into some trouble. Bad trouble.
Do you think the men were looking for your son?
I believe so, yes. At least that's what they said.
Wait a second. I think it was mentioned somewhere. Please, take a look.
Oh God. Here it is. He recognized him as Jan Naumann. I can't believe.
Right. They didn't need to take your husband.
And the former prosecutor just dismissed it.
I don't know, babe.
I wish I knew. I am really sorry. Please, continue. What happened upon your son's return?
When Jan finally came back, it was already too late. We asked the authorities about Hans, but they pretended not to know anything. After war, my husband was found dead in a forest nearby. Shot. I believe he died the same day they took him.
I would really like to talk to your son about it.
You and I both, dear. But I am afraid that's not possible. Jan died only a few months after his father. Pneumonia. Hans was innocent. They killed him, and that's murder. No matter what they call it.
I hear you, Mrs. Naumann.
Please, Miss Katz, will you find the man?
I will do my very best.
Thank you.
We will let you know if we have enough for an indictment. Please, Paula will help you to the door.
I think that was very informative.
I should update Mr.
Okay,
Bauer.
let's read the tutorial really fast. When you find a promising lead during your investigation, you should inform Mr. Bauer about it. You can contact him by using the phone or going in person. Well, we're in the same office, so I'm just going to go in person. Now, it says I have a task, which is to review the transcript. Let me talk to him first.
Hello, Miss Katz. Any news regarding
Yes.
the case?
And quite surprising ones. As it turns out, he wasn't even supposed to be arrested. The men were looking for his son, Jan Naumann. When they couldn't find Jan, they took Hans instead, the father.
I assume that's what Miss Naumann told.
Yes.
But are you sure she is telling the truth?
According to the files, the man they were looking for had climbed up a flagpole, torn down a flag, and beaten up a block warden when he was caught in the act. Hans Naumann was 77 years old at the time. Of course, there are older men who are in good shape, but...
Pulling down a flag and beating someone up seems unlikely. I understand.
Yes.
I see, but why did the man take him if they knew he was innocent?
I had to take someone.
Considering the times, they might have been afraid of coming back empty-handed. Or they could have hoped their actual suspect would turn himself in, hearing his father was taken.
Highly illegal, even back then. Not uncommon, though. But why did they shoot the old man?
That I don't know yet. But I believe this is definitely a case for us.
It is, indeed. I will officially reopen the investigations tomorrow. You need to find out who was at the crime scene when Hans Naumann was shot. We need witnesses.
I'd start with the names mentioned in the files of the first investigation.
Excellent. Let's get this case to court, Miss Katz. And be mindful of time. We do not have nearly enough of it here. Since you have never led a case before, I want you to be prepared. Mr. Peters has agreed to look over your shoulder and help you out. Present your findings, prove your claims. Please reach out to him.
I'll do what I can.
I hate that we have to work with Peters.
I'll need Paula to get me more information on the suspects. And I suppose I should share the good news with Peters. Just great.
That poor man. And that poor woman. She lost everyone she loved in a matter of a few months. I really hope...
We're trying.
I hope so too.
Anything I can do?
I need some additional files.
I looked into the NSDAP local group from the original investigation.
Only a few documents survived the bombing, but I found a group photo and a member list from a few years before.
That's pretty
the
handy.
incident. I took the liberty of marking the suspects. One of them, Mr. Schwarz, is dead.
Well, that was quick.
Just doing my job. Any other documents I can get for you?
The member list is helpful, but I'd still need something more about our suspects. Can you get me their files?
I'll reach out to the Berlin Document Center. But, just so you know, they tend to take their time. Anything else?
Can I ask you something delicate?
Of course. What's this about?
Peters.
Oh, what did he do this time?
And that already answers some of my questions. He didn't do anything yet. I just found it strange to see him here. When did he start working for Mr. Bauer?
He was here from the very beginning. One of the first hires. Or even the first hire, according to Christoph. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Mr. Wohlmuth. Apparently, Peters volunteered as soon as Bauer was appointed district prosecutor, before there was even any talk of forming a team. I know, I don't believe that either.
What's it like working with...
Terrible. Just... let me tell you, that man has no respect for me and my work. Or anybody else's work for that matter. Maybe except for Mr. Bauer's. But he seems simply convinced I'm just here to be his personal maid, secretary, cook. My coffee, Paula. Where are my files, Paula? What about the witness I asked 2 minutes ago, Paula? And then that damn plaque of his. Don't even get me started.
Is the falling plaque a popular topic?
It won't stay on the wall. I've tried everything. And for some reason, every time it's still supposed to be my fault. My problem. That thing is either cursed or he knocks it down himself just to have something to complain about.
How is this work? Is it any good?
Unfortunately, yes. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying that. I don't even think that really. We're lucky to have him. He's dedicated, diligent, and very good at his job. Mr. Bauer is more than happy with his results. I just wish his attitude matched his aptitude. Or that he'd clean up his notes once he's done with a file.
Thank you, Paula. I think that's all.
Wait, not so fast. Why are you so interested in Peters?
He was in my class when I studied law. In several of my classes.
I'm so sorry.
That's why I was so surprised to find him here. He was just a pain. Self-centered, snarky, full of himself. Clearly only in it for the money.
Dang, she's tearing him up.
Just ambition and spite.
Oh, we need to get coffee at some point. And well, I don't know. Mr. Bauer does trust him for some reason, so that has to count for something, right?
I sure hope so. Thank you, Paula.
She was super insightful. I need to review the transcript and invite another culprit. So let's review the transcript really fast. So far we have some new information. She gave us the picture and everyone marked, and he's passed away. And then we have a transcript of what happened. And unfortunately, her son is deceased, so we can't interrogate him, but it doesn't mean we don't have other options. I am going to bookmark this because she described the men that came and picked her husband up. Okay, let's go talk to her about calling another witness.
Miss Katz, how can I help
I need to, yeah.
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
Now we have a lot to choose from. I'm going to go back to Herman because that's...
Please invite Mr. Kiebitz.
We'll reach out
Thank you.
immediately. Anything else?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
Okay. Let me... Oh, we have a cat.
Well, hello. And who would you be?
That's Marlene. My son turned out to be allergic, so Mr. Bauer agreed to have her stay here for now.
Looking forward to working with you, Marlene.
Okay. Let me deal with Peter.
I had a talk with Mr. Bauer. He wants us to get along, to work together.
I've heard.
Let's just be adults about it, Peters. Peters?
Yes, I've heard you, Katz. Fine. Here's what we're going to do. Let's just call it a truce. I won't interfere with your casework. If you stay away from mine. Agreed?
Is there a reason why I should interfere in your work, Peters?
Plenty. But I'm not getting into that. And as for this whole preparing you for court situation, I swear to God. But there is no point discussing it before you've met the witnesses anyway.
Thank you for thinking I'm a total beginner.
Oh, you're welcome. Someone has to do it, since Mr. Bauer apparently overestimates your abilities. Anyway, get through at least some of your witnesses, and we can get it over with. And while we're at it, don't forget to bring some evidence. I don't want us to improvise the whole thing.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it.
Okay, let's go ahead and call it. But yeah, he has a terrible attitude. You know, he's super rude. I'll probably do another day. I want to get through a little bit more before I save. So this is our first suspect, September 24th, 1956. So I'm supposed to check my inbox.
Good morning, Miss Katz.
Oh, you don't want anything from me?
Civil codes, Bereichsgesetz, Seneca, and some Franke and Neumann. Quite a collection. Wait, is that a Sachenspiegel? I think Dad had a copy of this edition.
Okay. Let's check my inbox. First suspect will arrive soon. Inform Mr. Bauer about the latest developments of the case. A new newspaper, so no end to the Suez crisis as the representatives of 18 governments involved in the Second Suez Canal Conference begin to leave London. The truth remains unchanged. Despite the exchange assurance of continued support and collaboration, the world is no closer to finding a peaceful solution to the crisis. U.S. officials voiced their concern regarding the goals of the French and British delegations, suspecting them of having no interest in a compromise. With the April 1st draft date on what the first Bungenword conscripts approaching, the question of whether the government's goals can feasibly be achieved remain. Out of the 4,000 American-made tanks requested by the Secretary of Defense Theo Blank, over a quarter of the order has been canceled by the Bundestag. Even with the 1,600 previously gifted by the United States, the final number remains lower than planned. Okay. Not quite sure how to... Oh.
Miss Katz, excuse me. The witness you asked me to contact, Hermann Kiewitz,
Okay.
just arrived.
Thank you, Paula. I'll be joining you in a minute.
I don't have any new documents. So... let's actually not keep him waiting. Oh, nope. Let's go this way.
Good morning. My name is Esther Katz.
A pleasure, miss. Could you tell me how long I have to wait for the prosecutor?
Mr. Kiewitz, I'm the prosecutor here.
Oh.
I don't like how he said that.
How long will this take?
It won't be long.
Won't be too long.
Good. So, let's get this over with.
This is about the arrest of Hans Naumann in Munich on April 28, 1945. According to a witness, 2 men picked up Mr. Naumann from his apartment. Were you one of them?
You're pretty. You know that?
Mr. Kiewitz, were you one of those men?
No, I wasn't. We drove to the house. Then our group leader and Mr. Schickert got out of the car to arrest the men.
See, that's where his lie changes.
Then they tossed the old man into the car and headed to the district office.
The district office. Where was it located?
We just had moved it into the basement of an old brewery. Still stuffed with beer bottles and barrels. District leader Schwarz came out and gave the command.
Okay.
What command? What did he say?
He ordered us to execute the man. Then he left. I felt uneasy. This wasn't right.
Okay.
We followed group leader Falkman to the cell. There was
How it says new lead has been added to the notebook. Yeah.
This must be the cell. Could you describe the cell?
Very basic. Mattress, window, chair.
Okay.
What was Mr. Falkman doing?
Group leader Falkman seemed to hesitate. He shared my concerns about killing the old sod. He told us to wait.
Okay.
Yet Schickert insisted. He referred to that new order about dealing with insurgents. He was such a stickler.
Wait a second. These orders you're talking about.
Right.
Are you referring to this?
Yes, exactly. He was very vocal about it. He insisted that any delay would constitute treason.
And treason must be reported, he said. The refusal to obey orders would be of interest for the Gestapo. Faced with this open threat of being denounced, we did not dare to act.
The tension was strong. Group leader Falkman ordered us to wait once more. But Schickert drew his gun and shot him.
Right, and that's the part that we're unsure.
What weapons did the people present have? Standard issue equipment?
We could wish. Those were the last days. We had almost nothing left. Rifles, pistols, ammunition. We had to use whatever was somehow left, or what we managed to get out of the woods.
Interesting. I should ask Paula if she can find any information about this.
So we have research and opportunities. So where is that? Wait, where is it? Oh, after interrogating the suspect, you have the opportunity to collect more information regarding the case by investigating your surroundings for clues or research opportunities that can help you find new leads or important pieces of evidence.
Were the compartments prepared to host prisoners?
Kind of. We adjusted them so our prisoner could stay there for interrogations and not get out.
For how long were the prisoners held in these cells?
Mostly around a week.
So not long.
Being locked in a cell like this, not knowing what would happen next, this must have been so hard.
Trying to make sure I'm not missing anything.
How did you ensure the energy supply?
The district struggled to produce enough energy. There were frequent power failures. For emergency, we had a generator. If worst came to worst, we used oil lamps.
They must have had petrol to run the generator, or to destroy evidence. We had these oil lamps everywhere. In the bathroom, in the living room, in the kitchen.
Okay.
Was your local group in contact with other local groups?
Just in Bavaria, there were 28 local groups. We were in constant contact with them.
Okay.
I can still hear the sirens in my head. They seem to last forever. But it may just have been a minute, full of despair. If you survived it. I think I'm still...
Yeah, I feel like we are.
any other prisoners at that time?
Obviously, yes. We had to put the traitors somewhere. We adapted part of the storage rooms as cells.
Were summary executions common?
In those days, yes.
Spending entire days in a damp cellar. They must have been bored and tried to pass the time. What were your local group's responsibilities in the very last days of the war?
We were responsible for all concerns and for many households within Munich. Above all, we tried to eliminate insurgencies.
Why did you relocate the office?
Because of a big air raid. We wanted to be underground. We hoped that we would be safer there.
How many people were in your local group?
Around 10, but we were never all present at the same time due to shifts and different responsibilities.
11, 12. No, we were down to 11 then. The Gestapo took Ludolf back in January.
So the Gestapo threat wasn't something new. What were Mr. Schwarz's responsibilities as a district leader?
He was responsible for organizing relief measures for the party during air raids, coordinating local groups, providing food and emergency quarters. He had also found the brewery for us and organized the move.
They should consider the chain of command. For how long did Mr. Feldman talk to Mr. Schwarz?
I know, that is kind of a hard question.
Couldn't have been too long, as Mr. Schickert didn't have enough time to really get on my nerves.
Was Mr. Schwarz involved in the execution?
He gave the orders, but the members of the local group were responsible for carrying them out. Surely you can't expect a busy man like the district leader to attend every execution in person.
There was no execution order in the files I got. If it exists, I should check if I can get my hands on it. Did Mr. Schwarz even get to see the victim Hans Naumann?
Not entirely sure. He was in his office when we brought the perpetrator.
The victim?
The victim into a cell.
If Schwarz didn't see the victim, did he know they had the wrong man? What did he know? How did you and Mr. Schickert get along?
He and I didn't have much to do with each other. We were just part of the same local group. He was no feast for the eyes, a cranky guy. Strange. Always strict with his work, but annoying from time to time. He was obsessed with Prussian virtues.
What were your responsibilities in your local group?
Most of the time I accompanied District Leader Schwarz and drove him when he needed trouble. He knew how to convey power and discipline.
So Kiebitz was a driver.
Any information about this?
Potentially. He was potentially a driver.
How was working under Mr. Feldman?
Great. He was a good leader and a better man. It was a pleasure to work with him. Even though some people might have disagreed, we had our share of malcontents in the group. But he knew how to deal with them effectively.
Interesting. I should ask Paula if she can find any information about this. How was your relationship to Mr. Schwarz?
He treated me fairly and friendly. I learned a lot from him.
Okay, so we got everything we could off the board, but I'm missing something. There's 25 altogether, and I only have 24. So obviously I'm short something. And that's what I can't figure out, is what did I miss? I can't imagine what I would have missed, though.
You said Mr. Schickert shot him with his gun. What was it? His service weapon? What model?
Service weapon, I suppose. And I don't remember the model. I've never been good with them.
I know what weapon was used to kill the man. I just need to know who had it.
Okay. Well, now we've got all 25. Because I want it to be accurate. Okay.
So what you are saying is, Schickert shot the old man against Mr. Feldman's order?
Exactly.
That's horrible.
These are brutal events you're getting to hear here. Are you sure you're up for it? Honestly, no one would think this is a job for a woman. What do you have to prove? I will file a formal complaint.
What would you like to complain about?
About talking to you instead of a real prosecutor.
I see. Well, if you think that's necessary, go ahead. Thank you for your time, Mr. Kibitz.
Goodbye, Miss Katz.
Okay. We actually learned quite a bit. So I want to look at the new stuff that we just got. Because we got a ton of it and I need to request some from Paula. So we got some new transcripts. His story is obviously different than what we got. He claims that he was the driver and that he never came into the house to get Hans, which is a little different than what Mrs. Nauman said. So, because she swears there's a short guy with glasses who came in. And so, I mean, I don't understand that they're very different looking. Carl Snickert doesn't have glasses and he's not short. So it's like, that doesn't quite make sense. Let me request the additional paperwork from Paula, and then I'll go talk to Bowerman. Girl, any update on those files?
Any updates on the suspect's personnel files?
I've made the request, but no news since then. Berlin's as silent as always.
I need some additional files.
Oh, I need a lot. Oof.
One of the suspects mentioned something interesting about Mr. Feldman. Could you check if there was anything strange happening with his subordinates? Threats, blackmail, anything?
Of course. I'll start looking. Anything
Yeah,
else?
I need a lot, girl.
Is there any chance some files regarding the group members' responsibilities remain? Mr. Kibitz specifically. I want to know if he, at any point, worked directly for the district leader.
I'll see what I can do.
I need information on the equipment used by the local group. Weapons, mainly. As bureaucratic as the NSDAP was, they must have kept some sort of record.
On it.
According to the suspects, the shooting was ordered by the deceased Mr. Schwartz. But I saw no copy of such an order in the original case's files.
That's weird. I'll look into it right away.
There's a chance that Mr. Schwartz did not see the victim himself. If that's the case, my question is, what did he see? What did he know when he ordered the execution? I'm going to need whatever files would have been on his desk on that day. All that he could know about the victim. Arrest report, personal file, records, intake forms, whatever there is.
That's
Yeah, sorry, girly.
I'm on it, of course.
Anything else?
I also need to invite. I know she's exhausted.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
I'm torn. So I could either do Alfred Faultman because his story will either directly contradict Kiebert's or it won't. Or I could do Snickert, but he may or may not tell me the truth.
Please invite Mr. Feldman next.
We'll reach out immediately.
Oh, and did you have the chance to talk to Mr. Wohlmuth yet? He found the blueprint of the old brewery that you might find useful. It's where the district office was located at the time of Mr. Naumann's arrest.
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Well, I'm sure glad that is over. A second more and I might have punched him myself.
Okay. So I did a lot of tasks by talking to Paula. I need to get the blueprint and I need to talk to Mr. Bowerman. So let's get the blueprint first. That's going to help me be a little bit more organized.
Est welcome.
Good day, Mr. Volmut.
Actually, before you start, would you mind if for a change I ask you a question?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Am I wrong, or have you and our resident pessimist met before? I mean Simon, or Mr. Peters, if you prefer.
We do know each other. Not closely, but enough. We studied together. So yes, we've met before.
Was he always this much of an ass?
Yes.
He actually got better, if you'd believe it.
No.
Really, he was much worse. So, what about you?
Me?
What do you make of him?
Oh, he's a nasty piece of work. Unpleasant to be around. He makes everyone around him miserable.
Oh.
But he's a capable prosecutor. Very capable indeed. I'm glad he's on our side. Anyways, is there something
Yeah, I
else
need the
can help you with?
blueprint.
Paula told me you have something for me. Some sort of blueprint?
Right. Let me just see, where did I put it? What a mess. I've been just buried in all of these papers since morning. Altöttinger Straße 35. There we go. As we can hardly access the original crime scenes, blueprints like this ones are our second best thing. They are what you will be using in court to reconstruct your case.
Thank you.
It's not a problem at all. We need to have each other's backs here. So, who do you think did it?
I'm sorry?
The old man. Who shot him?
We're not quite there yet. I'm not ready to jump to level 5. So according to his statement, Snickert did the shooting. But Kibitz would have been in here too.
I think it could have been Schickert.
And is that what
Yes.
the witness told you?
Yes, it is.
Just remember, you can't always trust what they say. People lie, misremember, make honest mistakes, even more so when they're potential suspects. Our role isn't to retell their testimonies in court, but to build theories of what actually happened, which might be different from what any witness tells you. But here I go.
No, that's
Have it your
true.
way again.
Thank
Sorry.
you, Christoph.
Shouldn't keep you any longer. Hope you find the blueprint useful.
I have another question, actually.
Actually, I have some other questions.
Oh, thank God. I take any reason not to go back to all this.
Can I ask you a few questions about the work here?
Ask away.
How long have you worked for Mr. Bauer?
Here? Almost since the beginning. Which sounds good, but really means just a few months. We are a new team.
And before that, what did you do?
3 years in Hamburg, public prosecutor's office as well. Didn't really fit in there. And before that, well, that's a different story.
I was a bit surprised we are not at the main office.
Right, Bauer's idea. To put it simply, he was and still is afraid of sabotage. Too many people there he wouldn't trust. Files went missing, evidence got misplaced. So he decided to rent this place and repurpose it. And here we are.
Have you worked with Mr. Bauer before?
Didn't get the chance, no. And even here, it's not exactly working with him either. Under would be a better term. Usually, at least.
What can you tell me about working here?
Long hours, little pay, cases which more often than not fail to even reach court. But it's an important mission, and, ironically, rewarding. The cases we work on, they already have had to wait far too long.
I have a different question. I have some questions about somebody.
Who would that be?
What can you tell me about Mr. Bauer?
He's the reason we are all here. You don't see many people in the system interested in these cases.
Unfortunately.
He's, I'd say, inspiring in his own way, at least through its work. But himself he is demanding, isolating, devilishly intelligent, but in a way which leaves you feeling judged. At least that's how it leaves me.
Our legal assistant, Paula.
She's wonderful. She can be a bit of a pain, but she's wonderful. Truth be told, the whole
I
place will
agree,
fall
because
apart
she's doing all the work.
But don't let her hear that.
This place falls apart without one legal assistant?
Without our only one. And that woman does the work of an entire team, without complaining. Well, no, she does complain, but not earnestly. Just don't ask her for coffee.
Coffee?
Don't. Trust me on that.
What do you mean she can be a bit of a pain?
You might have already noticed, but she can be rather, let's be honest, nosy. Unless you get something in a sealed envelope, it's safe to assume that she's already taken a peek. I don't personally mind, but I believe it can get on one's nerves.
What can you tell me about working with her?
You can rely on her. You need any files, if they still exist, she will be able to get them. And she takes the initiative. She starts searching for them even before you realize you might need them. Which again? It might have something to do with how she reads through everything she can get her hands on.
I have a different question. I think that's all for now.
Don't
Yeah,
be a
he was
stranger.
extremely helpful, actually.
I wouldn't bother.
Are you talking to me?
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
Did you see Mr. Bauer?
I wish I did. He got a call and had to leave. Urgently. Let me tell you, he was in quite the rush. Murmuring something about Argentina, of all places.
Guess I won't be updating
no.
him today. Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now. There's
Oh,
nothing
goodness.
for me to do.
Maybe I should have went to
We should
him
call it a
first.
day.
I didn't know I would run out of time. Okay, well, I think I'm going to wrap up this episode here. Oh, let me talk to the cat really quick.
You know, you really remind me of Kati.
Kati?
We had her when I was younger. Looked just like her. Wasn't nearly as friendly, though. No, she wasn't.
Okay, so now I'm going to wrap up this episode here. It's been a pleasure playing so far. I'm really curious what our new witness is going to say, and I'm glad to see there were some pretty significant changes between the demo version of this game and the full version. A little bit more investigation going on this time around, but I get why the demo had to be cut short. But let me know in the comments so far, what do you think about part 1?